my intentions, and then we'll get right into this video. Benevolent guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God Source, I humbly come to you today on behalf of myself and all those watching, and I just say thank you so much for everything that you bless us with. We are so grateful for all aspects of life, the ups, the downs, the challenges, and the blessings. We understand that all of this makes a well-rounded individual in this polarized reality, and for this we say thank you. And I ask, please, that I be a messenger for the divine, nothing more, nothing less. Let no truth be told for a lie, no lie be told for a truth. Let all the information that come through be kind, palatable, and easy to understand. Please grant me access to the Akashic Records. I may give a good and accurate rendition of what it is I'm trying to express. And please let all the information come from the source from which all things come. Let it flow through Christ consciousness. And let it only ever be for the highest and greatest good of myself as the giver, and the highest and greatest good of those receiving this message. The highest and greatest good of humanity, and the highest and greatest good of this universe. Amon Ra, Ashe Namaste, by the power of three, Somatic always works, always a blessing. Hey guys. Hi Shaylin, hi Madison, hi Danica. You just booked a reading? Yay! Hi Leah. How are you guys doing? I was just saying my little prayer. Hey Kenna. How are you guys? Hey Tamara, good morning to you. It's like evening here. Hey Maria. Hi love, it's so nice to see your face so much this week. Thanks. I just got a lot to say. We're gonna do something like way lighter today though, because you guys have been rocking with me with like all the really heavy stuff, so. Hi Annie, how are you doing? Hi Alexa. Hey Lizzie. Hi Mehmet. If you're new. I just bought from the shop. Wait, finally did the dragon spell. Oh, good. Perfect. I have everything on Do Not Disturb because I've been just like trucking through my life today, like trying to not be disturbed, you know. I literally just opened my eyes in Australia. Wow, down under. Thanks for coming. Thanks. I love you too. I'm doing good. Hey, Katie. I was like, honestly, all fired up just about all the stuff to be fired up about. And I was like really angry and annoyed just like about society in general, honestly. And, I had to drive. I hadn't eaten like all day and I went to go get a burger and I was like, oh, all these like idiots on the road. And then I was like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I being cranky? Like, I should just be at peace. Like, I can't change everything. I'm doing what I can to, like, change what I can. I'm sharing what I can to, you know, spread information and knowledge. But I can't, like, it's not going to change overnight. And if I sit here and be cranky while I wait for it to change, like, it doesn't do anything but bother me, you know? I'm walking home in the rain. Just at a bird sanctuary. Wow, that's really cool. Stay warm, don't get sick. It's raining here too, like it's raining a lot. I have your videos on notification. I can't miss you, haha. I'm a real fan. Thank you so much. Just joined. Hello, beautiful. Hi, Caitlin. Hello there, I'm new here. Can we be friends? Yeah, sure, as long as you're respectful. Don't be like those weirdos that are like, hey, is this place respectful? And then you say weird fucking disrespectful shit and then expect us to be nice to you. So if you're gonna be normal, you are more than welcome to be here. Hey Miriam, glad you're here. I got the call me spell right here. I thought you guys might like to see a little behind the scenes action. This reminds me of the bank. Do you remember how at the bank, like, it reminds me of being little because when my mom would take me to the bank and they would put those things through the tube, and I remember thinking, man, I wish I could shrink down and go in that little thing and go like through the tube at the bank. That was like, yeah, that was like my shit. But yeah, so we got the call me spell. And, no, it's a spell. It's spelled. Don't be weird, Corey. It's a spell. I think I am going to do another call me spell, at the end of Mercury retrograde, right before the end. But these are coming out today after, they're coming out today, and I'm going to dry them out, and then I'm going to burn them. If you did the first Call Me spell, whoa, the flames were huge. I posted about it on Instagram, but basically what happened was I kept trying to burn them, and it, like, the wind kept blowing it out, and I was like, maybe I need to take these to, like, the fire pit. Hi, Tia. How you doing? It's cool, too, because, like, you can't see it, because I've got, like, the liquid and everything in there, but there's crystals. Like, it's one of those water bottles that has, like, the crystal holder at the bottom, so I put, like, corresponding crystals in it. It's a whole process. I love doing Call Me spells, and I'm really good at them, but, I was like, maybe I should move this over to the, fire pit, and I'm so glad I did, because once I started burning them, they all, like, the fire pit went up in flames, and there was no wood, there was nothing but coals, and so it was like the energy was like so strong and so big that like the whole fire pit just went up, and I had to like run inside and get water, and I was like literally imagining I was Pocahontas when she's like, "Eagle, give me wings to fly." I was like, yeah, I gotta get water. But yeah, so I was feeling all cranky, and then I was like, I need to stop. Like, why can't I just need to be at peace. And then the lady who came in after me at Red Robin to get her burger, her name was Anne Marie, and that's literally was my grandmother's name. Like, my Nani, if you know me and you know the channel, you know that Nani is like my main guardian angel, but her full name was Anne Marie. So I was like, whoa, that was like a big synchronicity. And then I kept seeing license plates with other synchronicities of like initials and like years, like, you know, like certain years that she was born, years that she died, stuff like that. And also like a lot of twin synchronicity as well. And then I was like, I was like, you know, like, I don't want to be so angry, but like life is frustrating. And then this huge fucking eagle flew over me, like a giant eagle, like not in the woods, like in a busy area, like a huge eagle. And I just started crying because like Ra, if you know me, you know I like love Ra, the sun god. So like this eagle flew over, and it was like just another really big synchronicity. And I was like, all right, I really just need to chill. Like, I need to be at peace and just like do my thing. And I've been, you know, getting way better about boundaries. Like, I'm getting way better about setting boundaries, not only with like people I love and care about, but also with like clients, and like setting boundaries with work, because something that people don't really talk about when you have your own business is like, because although it's great to like make your own hours and stuff, like you also have to have boundaries with yourself. Like, I used to answer emails at like 11:30 p.m. right before I'm going to bed, and like get myself upset or something before I go to bed. And it's just like, I've just been setting the intention, like I only want to like work with people of high intelligence. I only want to work with people with open minds. And I only want to work with people who are like on the same frequency as me. And it's been really helping. It's been really helping. And yeah, and so I've just been setting better boundaries too, like giving myself time to dance every day. I am gonna be you know, posting a little dance video after this. The content, like, I'm still gonna do tarot reading, guys. I'm backed up. I was sick for an entire month. So I have all these different mediums of paying clients. Like, you know, I have the Patreons, and then I have my individual clients, and then I have my spell clients, and I don't, like, I have over 1,000 individual clients. So it's like a lot of responsibility keeping track of all these people and like their lives and their needs and everything. So like, please just show me grace in that aspect, and understand, like, if I haven't gotten back to you right away, it's not because I'm ignoring you or I'm trying to be like a mean girl or something. It's literally because I'm trying to catch up on work. And yeah, also I'm going to be bringing orders to the post office Saturday, if not Monday. So they'll either go out Saturday or Monday. So get in your orders, I would say before Saturday. So if you want to go out with this batch of orders. Hi, so excited for this topic. It's hard for me to not avoid my phone. It's always all or nothing, and I definitely want more balanced social media. Yeah, I actually channeled this because I have a problem with that. So back when I was poor, I had a flip phone. I didn't even have a smartphone, and then it was like, so I was like, I could like watch everybody have their addictions, and I was like, oh, yeah, like look at those people with their addictions, and now I'm one of those people with a smartphone addiction. So I'm really looking forward to like sharing this topic as well. Holy moly, you should know you deserve to go to the best pace for you, no matter how anyone feels about it. Thank you. Yeah, I just say it because sometimes when you're working with people on such like a sensitive and intimate level as like readings and stuff, it's like sometimes like trauma will get kicked up, and it's not my fault and it's not the client's fault. It's literally part of the deal, right? So it's like sometimes trauma gets kicked up, and then there can be trauma responses to the trauma being kicked up. So honey, I would love some feminine tips from you on how to tap into the feminine nurturing energy more. I'm working on it. When I fully figure it out, I'll channel that, and then we'll do that next. Hey Dutchess, sending love from Philly. Thank you. My nanny is friends with an eagle, literally just hangs out with an eagle. That is so badass, and that's such a huge synchronicity. Hey, eagles are synchronicity. I just went to my sister's school, and their mascot is an eagle. Beautiful. And the eagle represents Ra, the sun god. You are so pretty. Thanks. I'm from America, from New England. I do have a pet. I have a pet named Cornica. You're going to do the next call me spell? Nice. All right. Philadelphia Eagles, what the hell? That's so cool. All right, cool. Let's get into this. And I just want to remind everybody, keep the chat respectful, because even if you don't, the moderators are just going to like kick you out. So I say it all the time that the devil works hard, but my moderators work harder. So this is not the live for you if you want to be weird or insulting or just like stir up a bunch of problems. We're just trying to relax. We're trying to have a good time. And the way that, like, I was talking to Teresa about it last night, and she was like, dude, like, I don't get why everybody comes on and is like, we hate you, get off. Like, we hate you, get off. Not everybody, but, like, these random people. And I was like, she was like, we're having a nice time over here. Like, leave us alone. You don't have to be a part of it, but we're having a nice time. But, you know, misery loves company, and I assume those people are very miserable. And I said, it's like not everybody likes every genre of music. If you don't like country music, you don't buy a ticket to the country concert just to go in the audience and be like, oh, boo, boo, this is shit, boo, fuck all you country people. Like, you literally don't do that. That's weird. So don't do it here, because that's weird, you know? Hey, Sam, I'm glad you made it. I struggle with that as well. I had to be so masculine. I don't feel safe to be feminine. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree, and that's what I was talking about on my live when I said I stand with women and children against predators, because there's not a lot of, like, healthy masculine energy that is truly showing up for us in order to get into our divine feminine. Hi. Hey, Rebecca. Glad you made it. Hey, D1. Hey, Elfie. I mean, I have dealt with something similar. Hey, any advice about loving someone that doesn't meet your needs? So frustrating. Have you dealt with something similar? Yeah, but we'll save that for another live, because I really want to talk about this topic. Okay. All right. Get out my little notes. Okay. These are my tips on how to use social media as a coping skill rather than a rage bait trigger. okay? So I've noticed there's a lot of rage bait triggers online right now. It's kind of, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, like spiritually speaking, but it feels like the energy of social media platforms in general has gotten like really dark, really polarized, really angry. And I realized too, like, engagement is way down. So like when I was like really enjoying social media, I would say it was like 2020 when we were forced inside, and people were commenting and they were keeping the comments respectful, people were subscribing, people were liking, people were constantly engaging. And I've noticed that now people barely engage, and when they do engage, a lot of times it's negative or like just to be mean or weird or whatever. I do like the engagement that's like funny, like I don't mind that, like I do like to see people's like funny takes on stuff, but like bullying for no reason is like very weird to me. But I feel like it's a product of, you know, cringe culture, people being like, oh, that's cringe or whatever. Like, it's, when in reality, I think people who are cringe are just being their authentic self, and I think people that are calling them cringe are afraid to be themselves and are afraid to, you know, be honest about who they are or be human. Like we're just human. Like, we like to have fun. We don't have to be perfect all the time. We don't have to have perfect skin. We don't have to have a face full of makeup. We don't have to, you know, we're human. We're supposed to be human. We're not supposed to be the weird, like, face-tuned AI version of ourselves that social media has created. So when anybody's putting shit out that's, like, human, I feel like there's so much, like, pushback of being like, this is cringe. We hate you. Okay, so I realized that a lot of these social media algorithms and platforms have gotten to a point where they're showing me a ton of stuff that I never subscribed to. Also, like I was saying, right now, 50% of the people who watch me are subscribed, or it's like 60%. There's 40% of people that are just like watching me and not subscribed. And I think that's really weird. There's been like, the algorithm has pushed people because the algorithm is working in such like, almost like a OCD like way that like if you like something, it's like gonna show you 10 more of that same person. So then it ends up hurting the small creators because the algorithm is no longer balanced. And so I realized that so much of what I'm seeing, particularly on Instagram or YouTube or stuff, is things I am not subscribed to. And so instead of reminding me of people that I like, that I've been subscribed to for years, or that I just found or whatever, so I might not know their name off the top of my head because I just found them, I just subscribed to them, the algorithm's showing me shit I don't give a fuck about. Like, stuff I don't care about. And half of it, like I said, is rage bait. It's meant to make me angry. It's meant to make me unhappy. It's meant to rile me up. So I said here, I do not consent. And that is the first tip for using social media as a coping skill is saying, like, I do not consent to this. And it's hard because, like, I'll be scrolling on Instagram and then I'll see a video of something I'm not subscribed to and I'll, like, go to click it and I'm like, no, because I did not consent to that. I don't know what I'm getting into with this video. I don't know if it's going to make me angry or sad or happy or whatever. Everything I'm subscribed to is because it makes me feel a certain kind of way. So I do not consent to anything that I am not subscribed to. So that's my first tip, is to focus on what you're subscribed to and not fall out into the weird other layers of the internet that the algorithm, the AI algorithm, is pushing on you specifically or humanity for some reason. Okay, and then my second tip is Pinterest, because there's no one there. So if you have that little urge in your bod to be scrolling, but you don't want to deal with the hate comments or the bad takes or the just idiots, like, the other unfortunate thing about social media is, like, every dummy can have a platform now, whereas before, I feel like in 2020, your content actually had to speak for you. It wasn't like so saturated with just bullshit and mindless nonsense and just stupid people saying stupid things, honestly. I know that's not very nice, but there is a lot of stupid shit on the internet. That's just a fact, you know what I mean? So you wanna have your little scroll sesh, but you don't wanna deal with people? Hit up Pinterest, my dude. There is so much inspiration on there, and whenever I go on Pinterest, it feels like I'm in this little bubble. Like, nobody knows I'm there, and nobody can bother me, and nobody can say anything. I'm not gonna pin something, and someone's like, oh my god, that's the most cringe pin I've ever seen in my life. Get a skincare routine. Like, shut up. I don't care. So, yeah, that's my second tip. Go on Pinterest. Okay, my third tip is for you to literally get a notebook and write down a list of channels that you like, that are safe for you. So here's my list of channels. Stephanie Harlow and Crime Weekly, but as you can see on my list, I put a little note that says triggering, because sometimes true crime is triggering. So what I want you to do is I want you to make a list of all your channels that you like, and then I want you to put like how they make you feel on the side. So if you're really in a crisis situation and you really need to watch something funny, you have 111 people in here and 11 likes. Cool. 11111. Also 11 likes. Like the video. Y'all are literally proving my point about engagement. Like the video, please. This is free content. Lord knows YouTube, and I'm not making my money from YouTube. I'm making my money from my business. So like the video, please. Anyway, so I have Stephanie Harlow and Crime Weekly. They are triggering at times because it's true crime. And then I have Jamie French and Danny Gonzalez. They're both funny, like commentary people. So I have that. I have Royalty Soaps. That's like my not weird, but like my secret that I guess I'm telling you. I love Royalty Soaps. It's not really a secret. It's just like there's certain things about myself that I like to keep to myself because I post so much online. But I love this creator, Royalty Soaps. I think she's amazing. I watch her before bed because she never talks politics. She never talks about upsetting things. She even says that. She's like, if you want, a more like deeper or like topics that are not so light and airy, you can go to my Instagram, but my YouTube is not where I do it. So I love to watch her before bed because she's funny, she's wholesome, she's making soap. I love to watch this woman make soap. I've been watching her probably since 2018 when I found her channel, and I never stopped. And now, like, her voice just, like, puts me right to bed because, like, I'm, like, Pavlov's dog with her channel. So, yeah, if you're looking for something wholesome, fun, but also interesting, like, if you like soap, I make soap, so I find it very interesting. But, yeah, I love Royalty Soaps. And then I have Mariah Elizabeth. I like her, but she's very stimulating. That's what I put next to it. So it's like, because she does a lot of like cuts and clips and stuff. So if I'm feeling overstimulated, that is not going to be the channel that I'm going to be watching. But I can when I'm not feeling overstimulated, essentially. You know what I'm saying? You're so good at making soap too. Thank you so much. I don't do it like from scratch like her. I buy the kind that you can, like, heat up on the stove that's, like, already made safe for you. Okay. I guess I'm just sharing these with you in case you want to watch any of these creators. I like Medusa Subliminals. I really like her subliminals. I like ASMR Magick. I like Healing and Beyond Reiki. That's Michael over at Healing and Beyond Reiki. I like Arcanum Life because she's very inspirational and she's really chill. Like, so if you really just need, like, someone chill to listen to. I like Sloan, but that's only if I'm feeling like listening to mindless, petty drama. Nothing against Sloan, but it to me, it's like, that's how it feels. I know that's maybe not how it feels to other people. It's just how it feels to me. I love Drew Monson. Hilarious. I love him. Love Drew Monson. My Toe Cold, or Drew Monson 2, and his photo is just him crying. I like Aurora Illuminations, Healing, and Astrology. I love Blair White. Proud Blair White subscriber, but that can get triggering. I really like Twisted Glam because I like to listen to spooky stories. I like Haley Reese because I like to listen to spooky stories, but she also feels like soul family to me, so I really love her channel. She's a very light-bodied, energetic individual as well. And then I like The Hawk and I. I found her through Haley. She's a medium and just a really interesting person. I like Elizabeth April. She's like my go-to, right? And she's just great. If you like aliens, you like spirituality, Elizabeth is amazing. Her website's awesome. She's literally like doing the damn thing, and I'm so proud of her and her team, and she's just great. And then, yeah, I like to listen about mythology. So, like, if I don't know what to listen to, I will sit and I will wait for, like, a god or a goddess to come in my head, and then I will look them up either in my books, or I will listen to it on, like, what's it called? I have, like, a mythology book on Audible, or I will listen to a website. Not a website, I will listen to a YouTube. Now, for shorts, I like my shorts to be a certain way, because the shorts can get very rage baity, like very rage bait. So my shorts are slime, fancy food, ice stocking. I'm obsessed with ice stocking and the sound that it makes. Recipes. Weather or rain. I like to watch shorts of like cozy weather or rain, and ASMR. So that is it for my personal list. I probably need to update it actually since the last time I did this, but that's it for my personal list. Okay, some of y'all need to take this to heart. It's tip number 4. No more commenting in the wild, wild west. If you follow the algorithm and you end up on a rage bait video and you don't even know who the video's by, or like who the group of people is that are like in the video, or who the content creator is that's put out the video, and you just decide to comment, like, it can go in any direction, let me tell you. You have no idea what you're commenting on when you are commenting out in the wild, wild west. And that's why so many of your comments get deleted, like, yo mama, that's pretty funny, that's a funny screen name. But that's why so many of your comments get deleted, because you do not just get to come onto my channel that I've been cultivating since 2019 and just be weird and annoying and rude and pestering. So you get deleted and you get removed. But if you go other places, you might get shamed, you might get bitched out, you might get attacked by the people following these things. So that's why I'm saying, don't go commenting in the wild, wild west. If you're going to comment on something you subscribe to. So I realized I made like an innocuous comment on something that was outside of my subscriptions or whatever on Instagram. And people were like so mad. It was like something that like didn't even matter. Like it was like cool TV. Like, and that wasn't what it was. But then there were people that were like, actually, it's not a cool TV. Because like no matter what you do, there's always going to be people that like find a way to argue with you. And so let me tell you, how I said, engagement is down. People don't really comment anymore. And I'm a suspect as well. Like, I consume the content and I rarely comment or like or whatever, but I think it's because so many people have been bullied into submission. And we have to ask ourselves, how many of us who have been bullied into submission, what if these people are just bots? What if the people like that are bullying others are not even real? Like, half of these rude comments probably aren't even real people. You know what I mean? They're AI bots. I think it's something like 50% of the internet is not even real people at this point. So, do you really want to comment out in the wild, wild west and get attacked by bots or just idiots, like stupid people that you wouldn't talk to in real life anyway? Or do you want to comment on that creator that is like inspiring you and making you feel happy and like giving you life? Like that was like the difference I had. I commented on something and I got attacked, so I deleted my comment. And then, and also too, guys, like, trust your intuition. Like, just because everybody likes a certain thing or everybody likes a certain creator does not mean that that has to be for you, or that you have to agree with them or like them or listen to what they have to say. And the other thing I've really noticed too a lot about the spiritual community is a lot of these spiritualists like act like they're God, and they act like they can't be wrong, and they act like, you know, they like if a spiritualist is acting like their word is the only word, they're the ultimate channel, they're the ultimate whatever, it's not really a safe space, especially if that person is bringing up like super low vibrational things. Like I've noticed this since 2018. There's a lot of racism in the spiritual community. Point blank period. There's a lot of racism in the spiritual community, and I have a really hard time or there's a lot of slut shaming in the spiritual community. They're all love and light until, you know, somebody like me does a pole dance, and then, you know, you're this, you're that. Like, there's a lot of categorization in the spiritual community. There's a lot of greater than thou God complexes, and usually if I notice someone's like bringing up race a lot or bringing up or gatekeeping in a weird way. Like, I understand gatekeeping is necessary in certain situations, but like gatekeeping stuff that's like, you know, that like I guess there was like a witch in my town who literally made these young girls cry because they wanted lavender, and she was like, "You're not ready for lavender." Of all the herbs in the world, like, you're ready for lavender. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. So, like, if you see people being really weird about gatekeeping things that, like, don't actually matter, are not gonna cause someone harm or issues or whatever, then, like, be very wary of that person. But anyway, as I was saying, would you rather comment out in the wild, wild west, or would you rather take your words and give them to someone who's actually going to listen to them, be kind about it, and appreciate it? Like, there's a girl on Instagram who I like, Christina Sutra, and I had been getting attacked for like everything I commented on, not on her page, in the Wild West. And then I just commented like, "Oh, like, this is so relatable, love your outfit, like, something nice." And then she like pinned my comment and wrote back, and it was like really nice, and it was like two girls supporting each other. So yeah, it's that's how I feel about that. Don't comment in the wild, wild west. Don't gatekeep, build bridges instead. Exactly. And like I said, the topic that I feel like I cannot get off of lately is like, society is way too focused on making issues black and white that are not that serious, that deserve nuance, that deserve gray area. And then they're refusing to like make real problems like pedophilia and, you know, a lot of the stuff we were talking about, like the violence and abuse against like women and children. Like, people will always like find a gray area, and it's like, fuck you, there is no gray area. So that's like my issue with society as a whole right now, is like they're so quick to create nuance where there should not be nuance, and they are so quick to gatekeep and make black and white things that are not meant to be black and white. And that's my 2 cents. Geez, this chat, there's a lot of idiots in the chat. You're wasting your breath. You're literally not even taking my advice. Why are you on this video if you're not going to take my advice? I literally just gave you the advice not to waste your time. But I doubt that I doubt you have any kind of intelligence, because if you had any kind of intelligence, you wouldn't be spending your time trolling and bullying a random person online, you know? That's stupid. You'd be, like I keep saying, get a life, get a job, get a hobby. Get a life, get a job, get a hobby, get laid. Because y'all are a bunch of losers. Also, don't leave me like fucking 11 paragraph comments. All like poetic 11 paragraph comments. Unless it's good. If you're leaving me a nice long comment, I am so happy to read it. If you're reading me like if you're writing me like an 11 paragraph comment about why you disagree with me, I'm not gonna read it. Like, in fact, I'm insulted because I have actual important stuff to do. And then it just proves to me that you don't have a life. Like I said, get a life, get a hobby, get a job, get laid. Go do something. Because when you spend like an hour writing out a comment I'm literally not even going to read, what did you do? You just wasted a bunch of time and energy. But that's why I just think these people are not smart. If they're even real at all, if you're not just a bunch of bots. Okay. No doomsday content. This is tip number 5. No doomsday content when you can't handle it. Okay? So if you can handle it and you can process it, fine. If you can't handle hearing about the war today, or you can't handle hearing about this, issue or whatever's going on, there's a lot of fucked up stuff happening in the world right now. It's okay to turn it off. It doesn't mean you don't support the people who are going through a hard time. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. I'm just going to turn off the chat because it seems to just be mostly stupid people. So, and I'm just tired of seeing the moderators just delete everything. So, what was I saying? Oh, it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you not care. It doesn't make you support violence or whatever. It just means you can't process that right now. And that's why I said I wanted to come on and I wanted to do a more lighthearted video, because we've been talking about some really dark stuff. We've been talking about some really heavy stuff. So I wanted to come on and do something that's not as dark and not as heavy. And there's nothing wrong with you. The world is too small, as my parents say it. In the 60s and 70s and whatever, you did not fucking know about what was going on across the planet. You did not even have your phone on you at all times, because you were either at home or, and you had access to the phone at home, or you were out living your life, something that a lot of people on the internet need to learn how to do, to live their life outside of their fucking handheld device. So the world is too small now. Like, we wonder why everyone's depressed and miserable and upset all the time, because it's like we have every atrocity at our fingertips, and you can just doom scroll and like suck yourself into those issues, and it's just not worth it. And it doesn't say anything about you or your character as much as the media would like you to think that, because like, if I've noticed anything over the last 4 years, is that the media and the powers that were they weaponize empathy. So like, wear a mask, it's not for you, it's for someone else. If you don't, you're a grandma killer. Like, get the V, it's not for you, it's for someone else. Well, I'm sorry, asshole, I'm not getting the V, because the last time I got V'd, I went into anaphylactic shock. Your comfortability is not worth me literally putting myself into an allergic reaction that could kill me. Sorry, not fucking sorry. Fuck you. Your problems are not worse than mine. I am so sick of people acting like their pain is the only pain. Their problems are the only problems. Everybody needs to jump on a certain bandwagon and lick this certain group of people's butthole. I'm not fucking doing it. Your pain isn't worse than mine. Your problems aren't worse than mine. You do not come before me. I choose myself. And that's not selfish. It's not fucking selfish. So if you can't handle the doomsday content, if you can't handle watching people literally get murdered, before 2020, I never saw anybody get murdered. Now I feel like they're showing us people being murdered every day. Really think about that. What the fuck is the new normal that they created? It's not normal at all. So if you don't want to watch people beg for their lives or get murdered or whatever the hell they're pushing now, don't. It is not your responsibility to traumatize yourself and consume all this content because they have weaponized your empathy and told you that if you don't do it, you're a bad person. In fact, I would say you're being bad to yourself. You're being rude and mean and unkind to yourself when you ingest things that are not good for you. Codependency has been driving the globe for the last 4 years, and I'm done with it. I had an issue with codependency in my personal life. I worked through that in therapy. A lot of the masses need to go to fucking therapy. So many people really fucking need therapy, and it shows. It shows you've never been to a therapist. It shows. It just shows. So stop weaponizing empathy if you're someone who does that, but I doubt anyone on this video does that. But if you do, don't. And choose yourself. Choose your well-being. You're not good to anybody if you're literally in such a depressive state that you've been frozen and can't work and can't do anything because you're so disturbed by what's going on in the world. It is not your job to consume it. And listen, if there's something you can't fix, guess what you do? You pray about it. If you pray, you dance out that energy, move that energy, you draw a picture, just get the energy out of you. Like, I know the war is like really, it's a big problem right now, but the thing is like, too, there's the other war as well. There's the war in Ukraine, the war in Gaza, everything like that. Like, and I understand why people are stressed out about it, but I also understand that, like, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? I'm saying this as a friend. Like, you can't hop on a plane and end the war. You can't, like, so with the power that you do have, work on that. You know, like, you have the power to, you know, say your prayers and ask for help spiritually. You have the power to protest peacefully, not riot. Protest peacefully, you know. Find things that are in your power that you can actually do to help instead of just consuming the content and destroying your own mental health. That's just my tip. Take or leave all of this. I do not need to, like, I'm not going to lose sleep at night if you don't like my tips. It's okay if they don't work for you. I'm simply sharing information that I channeled to help myself, and now I'm sharing it with you because I thought it might help some other people. So I'm never trying to tell you what to do when it comes to spirituality or these kind of things. I'm just simply giving information. Okay. Create mood boards to inspire your hopes and dreams and work. So if you feel like scrolling, but you don't feel like scrolling, so if you were just going to scroll because, you know, you're addicted and you'd rather do something productive, but you really have that urge to, like, have the phone in your hand. I've been there where it's like you just have the urge to, like, have that sensation of the phone in your hand, or you, like, can't look away because, you know, an addiction is an addiction, right? Create a mood board. Like I said, go on Pinterest where there's no people, and then create a little mood board of, you know, let's say you're trying to get a new house. What would you want your living room color scheme to be? What do you want your bathroom scheme to be? Do you want a garden? Do you want a swing? What do you want? You know? So make your little mood board about what you want. Okay. Clean up your followers and subscriptions. So I go through every couple months on my Instagram and I delete a bunch of followers because it's my safe space and it's private, and I just eventually get tired of certain people watching me but not necessarily supporting me. So I clean out my followers, and that protects you from negative comments or people trying to steal and siphon your energy, or people who just have malintent towards you. So that's what I do, is I clean out my followers, and I also clean out my subscriptions. So I might have been resonating with one person at one point, and then I'm not resonating with that person anymore, so I unsubscribe or I unfollow or whatever. Yeah, so that's tip number 7. Okay, tip number 8. This one's really important. Don't be a hero. So I made this tip because the Girls Next Level, I love them. They're the girls from Girls Next Door. They have their podcast, Girls Next Level, and I just love Bridget and Holly. And there was someone just going off on people in their comments. Like, she was crazy. She was like, it's weird because it's like one of those white people that, like, hates other white people. So she was, like, white, but also just, like, yelling at everyone in the comments who was white about, like, their privilege and stuff. And, like, the post had nothing to do with that. Like, the post is, like, them at the Playboy Mansion, and it's just, like, this lady, like, going hard on all the white people. And then I go and I look at her Instagram, and she's just, like, a white girl, like, and all her photos are, like, just thirst trapping, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a white thirst trapper. Like, hello, I'm a white-skinned person, and I I post my poll videos, not because I want attention, not because I even care what you guys think of it looks like. I dance because it feels good. I dance to feel good, and if I inspire people along the way, great. I'm posting it because I feel like it. Because some people like it. Some people enjoy it. So that's why I post it. And I just thought it was so weird because she was like particularly attacking like older people who just like, and when I would look at their Instagrams, it would just be like them and their family. And she's like, oh, I hate you and your ugly white family. You have only pictures of white people, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it was just a crazy person. Basically what I'm getting at is it was just a crazy person. So I wrote back and I was like, dude, like you look like you're white as well. And I don't know why you're attacking these other people. They just look like normal people with families and like, so what? And then she was like, oh, you know, she came for me with her crazy person talk. She was like, you're a foolish fraud who sells things to other idiotic women, and was like, just like hate, like just really mean. Said like really mean, really crazy person stuff. And then what ended up happening was Holly or Bridget, I don't remember whose page it was on, she ended up just deleting the girl. I assume she blocked her because, like, that's stupid. Like, why are you talking about that in the comments? That's just stupid and weird. So they end up just blocking the girl, and then I blocked her as well. And then I was like, see, that's why I don't be a hero. Like, that is why I don't stand up for people. That is why I don't get involved in other people's crazy, because you cannot argue rational points with irrational people who are just here to fight. You guys need to realize that there are some people on the internet that are genuinely just here to take out all their shit on you. It's sad, but it's true. Some people are so miserable, and misery really, really loves company, and they hate to see successful people because I think it makes them feel like, well, why am I not more successful? When it's like, in reality, there's always hard work behind every successful person that you see. There's always all this stuff going on behind the scenes that you have no idea about, whether it's personal or work or whatever. Success takes hard work. That just is what it is. So I think there's a lot of people who don't want to work hard, but they feel entitled to success. And so they try to destroy the confidence of others who are successful because they feel like they feel like that successful person has something that they deserve, when in reality, they could have success too if they put in the work, time, and effort, right? And there really aren't even any excuses at this point. Like, I literally am the story of the American dream. Like, I literally was homeless. I had nothing. I had no, like, it's a really fucked up feeling when you have literally nothing. Like, you have no money. You have no car. You have no house. Your family is not there for you. You have no friends. That is an indescribable feeling. And if I can literally go from having nothing and having a lot of things stacked against me, a lot of trauma, a lot of problems, a lot of just bad situations in life, a series of unfortunate events is what I used to call my life, like that book, like those books. There's not really an excuse at this point. If you want to put in the effort, you can do it, especially with social media. It's easier than ever to be successful. And that's not going to be a popular opinion, but I don't really care. I'm super into sharing my unpopular opinions these days because I'm just so sick of stupid people saying stupid things. So I'm going to say my own shit, you know, and disagree. So yeah, that was tip number 8. Don't be a hero. Okay. And then number 9, this is definitely more fringe. This is for my more spiritual people, but a lot of spiritualists have picked up that the Threads app is actually a negative portal, and that it is not only siphoning your energy, but it is putting like a lot of rage into Instagram and the other platforms associated with Instagram. So like I said, take or leave it. You don't have to believe me, but a lot of spiritualists have, because I kind of have noticed that social media has gotten even more vile and rude since Threads. And, like, there's certain platforms I won't even go on. Like, I want nothing to do with Facebook because Facebook is a miserable cesspool of people just screaming at each other about their political beliefs. I have no interest in being a part of that. Like, so just be mindful because at the end of the day, you are having an energy exchange with the platform that you're using and with the creators that you're connecting with. So just make sure that, you know, these people and places like these social media outlets that you are connecting with, make sure that it's something you actually want to be mixing your energy with. The other thing I want to say too is, like, if you look at someone's comment and you think, like, I would not respond to that person in real life, whether it's like you see their picture and they're super creepy and weird, or like you just see their comment and it's stupid, don't comment. Because, like, have some respect for yourself. Have some respect for yourself. If you're walking down the street and you saw a creepy fucking weirdo being creepy and weird, you probably wouldn't even talk to them because you got better things to do, right? So, like, don't do it online. Like, have some respect for yourself. If you would not engage with this person in real life, don't engage with them online. You know? That's it. I'll look at the chat now and then I'm going to go. Yeah, I hate Facebook. No longer want to be a part of it. I understand what you're saying about it affecting our energy. Exactly. Dank Squirtle. That's a funny name. I knew it. There was always something hinky about Threads. Never wanted to touch it. Me either. The fact, too, that you can't delete your Threads without deleting your entire Instagram is really weird. Like, that's non-consensual. Like, that, like, if you don't want your Threads anymore, you have to delete, like, your Instagram that you've had for 10 years. That's fucking weird. Yeah, my septum is real. I'm an OG septum haver. And now you know that my ring inside is actually light pink. I've had this same septum ring for many years. You so right. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love that. You're welcome. Those were super helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. Much love, Duchess. You're welcome. I've only just randomly swiped onto your live, but what you said before it hit deep. Stay you. Glad I found you. Yeah, I'm glad you found me too. Please subscribe if you want more content from me. What even is the benefit of Threads? It's just like a weird version of Twitter. The benefit is for the negative energy portal, right? They're sucking the life out of everyone. Somebody said it's going to Mars. Like, one diviner said all that energy is going to Mars. I have no idea what's going on Mars, personally. Hey, Indigo. We're just finishing up. What do you think about positive comments? Like, how can you know they're real? I mean, whether they're real or not, just take the positivity. But also, I feel like you can tell when it's, like, a genuine person, like, just saying something nice because they care, you know? But whether they're real or not, just take it. Take it and run with it. Because... like, I learned in psychology that it takes 10 positive things to outweigh one negative thing in the human brain. So whether they're real or not, just take them in. I don't know if I should say that. Someone's like, can you say this? I'm like, I don't know. What are you telling me to say? Even thinking about doing the pins on Pinterest and listening to subs to manifest them. Have you tried? No, but I am going to start doing that more. I'm going to create more mood boards. We have, I think it's called Freeform on, if you have an Apple phone, you can literally make, like, mood boards with Freeform with the images you download from Pinterest. War energy reflecting back, definitely. I've been feeling it. I've been feeling, like, the rage. I've been feeling the war energy. I've just been feeling it. I love your energy. Thank you. Thanks, that was real helpful. You're welcome. Doom scrolled in. Pretty neat stream. What's a rundown of what you said just now with the Threads deletion? Oh, that you can't delete it. If you want to delete Threads, you have to delete your Instagram. Like, and I've had my Instagram forever, and that's why I never signed up for Threads, because, like, you can't, like, the whole thing is just weird. It's a weird ripoff of Twitter, and it doesn't make sense. You subscribe? Thanks. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get going because I really need to, like, clean my house, and I've got to post on the Patreon. Don't worry if you've been waiting for me to post the Zoom call. I will be posting that by the end of the night tonight. And yeah. And then what else? I'll be packaging. Like I said, packages will be either going out Saturday or Monday, so get in your orders sooner rather than later. And I'll be getting the chakra realignments and everything done. So yeah, I don't know when I'll be. Oh, I have a really exciting thing coming in the beginning of May. So you guys are gonna freak. I think you're gonna really like it. But just keep it in mind, it's tarot related. Yeah. Have a good day too, guys. All right, I love you. Take care. All right, bye. Oh, you looked at the shop last night? Thanks. Okay. Okay, I'll say it. Pedisage. I hope that's a good word. I hope that's not a bad word. You're saying it means I love you, so I hope so. All right. Bye, guys. See ya.